dealing a severe blow to the country's economic prospects. The impact rippled across the local industry, which sources 40% of its raw materials from the agricultural sector, disrupting supply chains and economic activities. That, compounded with persistent power cuts due to lower dam levels at Kariba, saw Zimbabwe revising its GDP growth prospects from 3.5% to just 2%.
At Zimbabwe itself, we've been facing quite some challenges. 2023 the growth was good, about 5%, but then in 2024, it just plummeted to 2%, and most of the blame is being allocated to the El Nino effects, which is quite understandable. But we've had a lot of other structural issues.
For 2025, Treasury projects a growth 3 times that of 2024.
Economic growth is now projected at 6% in 2025. The anticipated La Nina weather phenomenon, usually associated with normal to above normal rainfall, is going to be a major driver of growth in agriculture and electricity generation.
Scattered rains in the first half of the 2024-2025 agricultural season were a concern for farmers, with some experts expressing pessimism.
These are the things that we don't really control as humans. It's just whether it happens. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it doesn't. We can come up with a plan. I didn't see plans to increase water harvesting in the country, which is becoming quite a problem. In our cities there's no water. And then if you look at farms, most of them don't have the capacity to farm based off irrigation.
The meteorological department has focused a normal to above normal rainfall season for the 2024-2025 summer cropping season, encouraging the use of early maturing varieties. Additionally, the rains have improved the availability of pastures for livestock.
You find it's unfortunate the first part of the season wasn't as good as farmers expected. According to the Met Department's focus, you find this second part of the season, we are now expecting normal to above normal, of which if we receive normal to above normal, we are expecting dams filling up, we're expecting rivers to flow, we're expecting water table to rise and see our crops through.
With the exception of gold, prices of mineral commodities have remained subdued on global markets due to an economic slowdown in China, the world's largest consumer of metals. However, an anticipated recovery in China's economy could signal positive developments for Zimbabwe's mining sector, which accounts for 75% of the country's export earnings. Rolling power cuts remain a concern for industry, dampening Zimbabwe's economic fortunes for the year. Macroeconomic stability will also play a crucial role going forward.
Always any administered price increases causes inflation. But our inflation in Zimbabwe has not been through administered prices. It has been through exchange rate fluctuations. The ZiG has actually been gaining a bit on the parallel market. So we hope that is sustainable and going forward.
Meanwhile, diaspora remittances are expected to hit an all-time high of over $2.5 billion from just $1 billion in 2020, while tourism receipts are projected to surpass the $1 billion mark. The International Monetary Fund forecasts global growth of 3.2% in 2025, while Africa's economy is projected to grow at an annual rate of 4.3%, according to the African Development Bank. Will Zimbabwe attain its 6% target? Time will be the revealer. Eben Mabunda for ZTN Prime in Harare.